Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Cheryl. Thank you very much for joining me. If you're a new viewer, hello, hi. And if you're a returning viewer, welcome back, hi. Okay, so this video, I'm moving again. Yes, I'm moving my video again. Not moving house, don't worry. I've lived in this house for a year and a half now, so woo. But this video is just an update. So we're going to start with the knitting updates. I did do a vlog. I bit the bullet and subscribed to another editing software, but I didn't like it. I couldn't work it. I didn't understand it. No. So vlogs aren't coming right now just because I can't afford it right now, and I can't figure out the ones I can afford. So I am knitting currently a scarf. I don't know if I've showed this yet or not because I showed it in my vlog, but this is the no purl rib scarf. Really enjoying it. It's just a 2-row repeat, free pattern. I'm using this marbled yarn from Walmart. I think it's Red Heart. I don't know the color, but I'm really enjoying that pattern. Like I said, it's just a 2-row repeat. I'll link it below. And then with this yarn, which is the same kind of yarn, but I just love this color, I decided to make I think it's called Movie Night Cocoon Cardigan. I think that's what it's called, but I will link it below. It's a free pattern. And all it is a huge granny square, and then you tuck it in and make it a cardigan. So I'm looking forward to that, and I've just made that much of a granny square so far. So that's crochet. I'm using a 6mm hook for that. And then as far as reading, I've done a lot of reading lately. So I read Cold-Blooded Myrtle by Elizabeth C. Bunce. This is a middle grade mystery and it takes place in the early 1900s. It follows Myrtle Hardcastle, who is a young girl who her nickname is Morbid Myrtle because she tends to like delving into death and mysteries and murders just happen to come upon her. So in this one, this is the third book in the series, and in this one, Myrtle, there's a man in the village who dies, who gets murdered, and it's linked to a cold case, somehow linked, we don't know how in the beginning, to a cold case that happened back 20 years before, and Myrtle's mom was involved in that case, so Myrtle feels like she has to find out what happened to both cases and figure out what's going on, what the link is, all that. So I loved this one. I thought it was really great. This is my favorite in the series so far. So I loved it, gave it 5 stars, really enjoyed it. Yeah, I loved Miss Judson in this book. That's her like nanny or teacher. What do you call that when they're, I mean, it's not the same, but basically her teacher, but kind of her nanny and kind of the love interest of her dad, except, they don't know they're in love, but they are. So I'm enjoying this, and I really liked that character, Miss Judson. I thought she was really fun in this book particularly. She's fleshing out, she's becoming more of a fun character, and I just really enjoyed it. And I'm picking up the next book in the series, which will be the last one that's come out, and that is Myrtle in Peril, or Peril in Myrtle, something like that. Myrtle in Peril, I think it's what it's called. And I'm picking that up tomorrow, so I want to read it soon. I then read, how many pages? 70 pages of The Bodies in the Library by Marty Wingate. This is a cozy mystery. I don't know how I feel about it. It's not my favorite kind of writing. I don't even remember what happened, to be honest. It's a lady named Haley, and she's working the first edition library, which is kind of like a historical site in this little town. And there's a murder, and it's very much like Agatha Christie's Body in the Library. It's a locked room murder, and it's okay. I like the cat in the book. That's my favorite character. But the writing is kind of off-putting to me. It's very British, and I love British. I love England. But some of the word choices just they aren't how it isn't how I speak. So even though I understand what they're saying, and I know what they're saying, I know British like English. I know that, so I know what they're saying. It's just it's not how I talk, so I don't relate to it kind of thing. I am enjoying it. I put it down for now, but I will probably finish it. So yeah. And then, this is exciting. I read the entirety of Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo in 2 days flat. I was really happy with that. So this book, if you don't excuse that, um, and that we don't want to recognize that, but this book is a darling. Everybody knows it. Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo. I'm late to the party. I have read this before. I didn't really pay attention to it. I read it in 2020, and my apologies, I coughed. In 2020, I read it. I gave it 4 stars back then. I really enjoyed it this time, flew through it, loved it much more, and actually gave 5 stars this time. So I really enjoyed it. I've got the next 2 books in the trilogy at the library, ready for me to pick it up tomorrow. So I'm very excited for that. And so this follows Alina Storkov, and if you don't know, it's a TV series and everything. It's a big, big thing. It's the Grishaverse, so we follow Alina, who doesn't think she's Grisha, and in this world, Grisha are powerful beings that have powers, and she is in the army with her best friend Mal, and they were tested see if they were Grisha when they were young, but they didn't think they were. And then she finds out she is Grisha and she could save the world. And it's wild. I loved it. It was so good. And I don't want to go any further than that because don't give me any spoilers in the rest of the series or in the Cookie Kingdom series, nothing. Because I don't know anything. I've only read this book. I don't know. I've never seen the TV series. I don't know what happens after this. I do know that I'm going to learn to hate Mal. And I don't like that because I like Mal so far. So I don't know, but I'm really enjoying that. I also read... My camera went off again. Don't know why it does that. I read 83 pages of Where the Road Bends. This is a Christian fiction, and it is a love story, and I'm loving it. It's by Rachel Fordham. Fordham? Yeah, Fordham. Really enjoying that. This is about Nora, and her father and mother have passed away. She's quite young. She's 22 or something like that. And she's about to lose her farm. The bank said she has to pay her debts or she will lose the farm. And it's all she has. So she agrees to marry. In the beginning, we find out that she's engaged to another man, or to a man. And she doesn't love him, but he has agreed to save her farm and give her a future. So she's agreed to marry him. And in the first chapter, we see her in the farm, and she sees a man who is left to die. He is beaten up, and so it's hilarious how she tries to get him back to the house, and she's dragging him, and he's big, and she's tiny, and she's dragging. It's hilarious how that whole thing comes about, but and they get to know each other, and then they start to have feelings for each other, and then. But they don't admit it because she's engaged, and it's just, oh. So, and he's poor, so he can't save the farm, and he wants to make something of himself, and it's just, oh, I love Quincy, the main guy in this book. I love him so much, so I'm reading this. I'm really enjoying it. I will finish it probably in the next week or so. It's not on my priority list, but I do want to finish it. And those are the books I'm reading right now that I have read and that I am currently reading. I am going to the library tomorrow, and I will pick up the next 2 books in the Grishaverse trilogy, and also the next Myrtle Hardcastle book, and I think I'll probably start reading the Myrtle Hardcastle book tomorrow. Very excited for that. So, this was just a small little update. I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you very much for sticking by me. Thank you for all the subscribers. Thank you for the new subscribers. You guys are wonderful. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. It really does help my channel. And if you haven't subscribed, think about doing that because I would really appreciate it. I would love to have more subscribers. It's not like I'm not desperate for subscribers, but it's fun to see the number go up and to grow the community, you know. So, leave a comment below on what you're currently reading. Let me know anything you want to let me know, and I will answer. And, yeah, that's it. Have a great day. God bless you and all you do. Bye, guys.